What's cracking like it? How hot was it today?
79.
79? Nah, it don't feel like no 79. Feels like 109.
So now it's gonna be 80.
Damn. Why does it feel hotter than what it actually is? It feels hotter than 79. Feels like 99.9. Something like that. What's good, my boy? What's cracking like it? Oh, Jesus is definitely up in the building. It feels hot as fuck today, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Feels like 109 degrees. And it don't feel like no 79. Or is it just me? Hot flashes. I'm experiencing hot flashes. I'm going through menopause. Hell yeah. Except I hate when it's hot. See, we tropical people, my boy. We like that, you know, that Arctic weather. I could live in an igloo. I know, and summer's starting, and I fucking hate summer. That's when I'm always angry, because, like, it's always hot. I was working in Pomona earlier, and it was hot out there. Oh, no, I know Pomona does get hotter for some odd reason. Pomona be hotter. Probably because you're, like, up in the mountains, no? Or am I just tripping? It seems like there's a bunch of mountains up there. Oh, when's the Arla Boat concert, babe, that you said you wanted to go to?
In October.
Oh, yeah, get the tickets.
Are you gonna be alone tomorrow?
I'm down to go to the Arla Boat concert.
And I was having that she can get to the park, but I'm sleeping.
Up here was raining yesterday. It was raining up there yesterday? Damn, serio? That's crazy. Up here was raining, but raining fucking sun. It's been hot as fuck. We don't get no rain down here, my boy. It evaporates before it even hits us.
You know, I was texting her yesterday, damn it, and you didn't even write back to me.
Your shadow, this you ever bump?
How it's doing and everything.
Psycho Rum? Yeah, Psycho Rum's a shit, my boy. I love Psycho Rum. Sick Jackin'? That was a shit, fool. I would love to do a rola with that vato. I like his estilo. I like their style, like their beat selection and everything, because it sounds... Their beats are very unique, my boy. Like, nobody has ever came out with beats like them, you know what I mean? It sounds trippy, you know? Like, their beat selection sounds like... It's a trip, my boy. Well, it's stoner music, you know what I mean? It's like for stoners. It's really have you on the zone. And fools really pull you in. I have a question. Do you know any Mongol bikers in the valley or just in LA general? No, I'm from the valley. I know homies that I'm from the Mongols in the valley. I know a few Mongols. They cool homies. You know what I'm saying? One of my homies from my neighborhood, his brothers is actually from the Mongols. Know me, Youngster? Shout out to Youngster and his brother. Yeah, but they feed me. Are you a psycho loco? I'm a loco, actually. If I'm any of those, I'm loco. Especially the first and third. Yeah, I like. What's it called? No, not the Double S album. Fuck, I forgot the name of their fucking album. I think it was the third one. The third one is probably the best one in my opinion. That one's sick. What's good, Drunken Chef? What's cracking like it, my boy?
Yeah.
I see them on the freeway. Well, I knew Duke. I knew Duke. I actually met Duke through the homie from Tunerville. Cause he actually knew Duke. They were cool people, man. Like I met Sick Jackin once. He came to buy like some butter for the homie. They're pretty cool people, man. I'm not gonna lie, they were dope. Like we chilled, we drank like a beer or two, you know what I mean? But it was really quick, you know what I mean? But they were cool people though. Like they don't try to act like all salsa, you know what I mean? Like they don't try to act like if they're like above you, And I like people that are down to earth like that. People that, well, because you're just a regular fucking person at the end of the day, you know what I mean? But there's some motherfuckers that act, they swear to God their shit don't stink, fool. It's like, hey, look at this, vato, relax. Well, I don't know. There is weird people that like to throw themselves on people and shit like that. Like just say what's up to that for like a fucking regular person. Like I don't understand why you gotta be fucking like clawing away at that vato for like. Like he's just another human being. You don't think he's gonna take that shit offensive? Like, would you want someone throwing themselves at you like that? Like, come on, now, like you gotta treat people how you want to be treated. And I guarantee you, like the experience will be chingon. But if you're coming at them all like shit like that, then they wonder why they don't sign your shit for. Like, come on now, bro. I don't know about you. I don't want no one tugging away at me. Like, man, get your ass off. If I drop kick you. Chillin', just got off of work. That's right, homie. What's the deal? Oh, right here, we just kicking back. Yo, why is there a lot of OGs get into bikers? Have you noticed that? Um, well, your OGs kind of just like to do their own things, like they just kind of like to like roll solo bolo, you know what I mean? So, like, it's just like the thrill, like they're already old school, so they just kind of like want to be like checking shit off of their, what's that shit called? The bucket list. Because a lot of them are more laid back, even though like there's some like 1%er clubs that do like gangbang and shit like that. A majority of them, like biker groups, they just like laid back, like they just do their thing. But yet they're still sort of involved in some kind of criminal activity. So at the same time, you don't feel like out of place, but you get to roll at your own pace. Saludos, homie. The channel inspired me to be my past behind and do better. That's right, my boy. That's a good thing, homie. I want to be there for my family. Hey, that's the only way to do it, my boy, because you ain't gonna get nothing out of the calles, homie. That's 100. You know what I mean? That's 100%. Like I said, I only call it how it is right here. Like I don't ever try to bash these individuals for the life that they chose because I understand. I understand, the path that was painted for us. You know what I mean? And there wasn't that many options. So I understand why individuals choose this life. So I'm not gonna go ahead and fucking like act like like you're a fucking idiot and there's no way of fixing this and shit like that. I understand why this shit happens. You know what I mean? At the same time, I tell individuals for what it is. Like, hey, homie, like you ain't gonna get shit out of this. And if you already did your thing, I mean, like, do you, homie? You know that because at the end of the day, these motherfuckers ain't gonna give a fuck about you. And that's the 100, you know. And if you already did your thing, I mean, it's not like anybody could question you. I mean, they can, bro. You know what I mean? Like the fools that get like I guess like the fools that they come at them like aggressively, whatever. It's like the fools that don't do nothing, never did nothing, but yet they still want to be acting like if they're somebody's. You know what I mean? And then they get mad because the homies start, like putting their foots down, and then these fools are like, "Damn, the homies are tripping, dog. I don't, these fools ain't really the homie. I thought they were my homies. Like, why? Because you fucking over here never doing shit and want to act like you the grand pooba? Like, come on now, homie. It's me with all that."
Hey, can you flip the calendar and see when it says Chloe's birthday?
The 11th.
The 11th.
Drunken T-shirt.
Can you pass it?
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, you already know what's up, my boy. Except we're not at work today, so. But if you want, I can go put it on real quick. Saludos, Shadows, and La Raza. That's right. Out of Sinaloa. Whoa, whoa. You ever think gangs will change and start really help the community and will always be about killing ourselves? No, I think it will. I think there will be change. I think there will be change. I honestly even think that at one point there's gonna come to a point where there won't be no gangs. And if they are, it won't be like how the modern day gangs how they are now or whatever. You know what I mean? Because Nowadays, you even see it in the mentality of these youngsters. They don't have the same mental as like prior generations. You know, they're more about their money, and everything's more intact now because of social media, and then there's cameras everywhere that the messages are a lot different than what they were then. You know what I mean? With time, that's just the way it is. Everything evolves with time, including the streets. You know what I mean? They're not immune to that. You know, the ones that think not are the ones that don't want it to change, or the ones that literally been stuck in this realm for so long that they feel like there can be no change. But like I have always said this, never say never, dog. Shit, nothing surprises me no more, my boy. Nothing surprises me no more. You know what I mean? If the most solid motherfuckers have already broke, my boy, if them fools have already fell off and dropped off, my boy, the most solid of the solid, homie, I'm to believe that nothing is impossible. Come on now, you know? That's real shit. A lot of the solid, you know, have fell off, and it's like those are the same motherfuckers that everyone thought that they would have never fell off. Like, man, that's on everything, that fool will never fall off, and then they fall off, and it's like, damn, dog, I never seen it coming. Like, yeah, keep saying nothing ain't possible.
Hi, daughter. Hey.
It's all self benefit, my boy. That is always what it's gonna be about. What's good, 7? Just repping it low. That's right, homie. Homie Danger. South Central is definitely up in the house. Whoa. What up, homie? I have always wondered why most hoods cross out the letter V when they put their varrio. A lot of varrios beefing with varrios that start with the letter V. That's why. The letters are always going to be crossed out because vatos beefing with varrios that start with that letter. That's the majority of the reason why those letters get crossed out. You know what I mean? But that's why those, if you see letters crossed out, that's 9 times out of 10 why they're crossed out. They're crossed out because vatos beefing with varrios that. You know what I mean? Why is the damn gas prices almost $7 a gallon? Because this is always the game plan, my boy. This is always the game plan. Look, let me tell you something. When they were handing out stimulus checks, my boy, back then everybody was happy they were getting their stimulus check. Now let me tell you something about big corporations, my boy. Big corporations, these very exact companies, my boy, that you have to force them to give their employees health insurance, my boy. You gotta take them to court to give them health insurance, my boy. Their employees, the ones that work for them to have everything that they have. These very exact same people that keep their business running, they have to be forced to give their own employees work insurance. You get what I'm saying? So these fools ain't gonna give you nothing for free, my boy. If there's something you know about a rich person, he doesn't give away nothing for free, my boy. This is the same guy you gotta take him to court to even give you health insurance. So they give nothing for free, my boy, in this world. Nothing. So when people are getting stimulus checks, they weren't wondering who was gonna have to pay for this. Because let me tell you something, it's not gonna be the rich, because the rich is loaning the government this money, right? Okay, so they're loaning them the money. In order to get these motherfuckers to loan you the money, they have to get something in return. So you have to promise them something in return. What were you gonna promise them? Yeah, you're gonna raise the taxes on everything, and that's how they were gonna get their money back, my boy. Because these fools were not gonna get nothing away for free. So while people were happy and throwing parades that they're getting stimulus checks, my boy, I already knew, nah, homie, these fools don't give shit for free, homie. Somebody was gonna have to pay for this, homie. So now when gas prices reach this high, or if you go to the supermarket and they charge you $4 for a Lunchable, yeah, don't be complaining, homie. You wanted that stimulus check, like you really thought they were gonna give you something for free? My boy, this is the government we're talking about, homie. They ain't gonna give you a goddamn thing for free. Shit, you wish they would give you something for free. The day these motherfuckers really start giving shit for free, huh? Fucking Elvis will be rolling in his grave. The articles of Little Dave operating with the Fed. Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't talk about shit like that. I don't really care either, to be honest with you guys. I don't talk about drama like that on my channel. You know what I mean? Nor do I care. You know, it doesn't involve my neighborhood, so. Let's be 100. Sinister Kingdom music. That's right, Sinister Kingdom music. Whoa. Gas here is 420 in Texas, and even I bet you that's high for Texas, no? Because Texas, I know is normally cheaper than that. What's good with the homie? That's right. Shout out to Active War Stories. Go subscribe to the homie's channel. We about a 316 Stone Cold Steve Austin that shit. You know what I mean? Spit a freestyle. Woo whoop. Nah, I can't beatbox. I wish I knew how to beatbox. Change is good. Change is always good, my boy. It's 102 right now. Damn, where at, my boy? Damn, then I shouldn't be complaining about down here. Even though I don't really agree that it's really that. I think it's hotter. What up, dog? I finally caught on a live. That's right. What's up, 626? Where you been at, my boy? They had you on lockdown, huh? They had you in that room. You know that one room where you can't speak? I got to disagree. Gangs are always gonna be there. Well, maybe. I like to think of it more from a positive end. Well, game plan. No, diggity. Oh, the homie Tripper OG is definitely up in the building. Woo woo, the one that runs a yarda. What's cracking, vatos? Pelones Powers United. Say this once. I'm just me. I like to keep my mind open, to everything. Grandpa Jojo needs to kick down another stimulus. Don't say that, fool, because that fool will do it, fool. Don't you know that he's not mentally stable? You know what? When I already knew, babe? Before Joe Biden went into office, I already knew he wasn't mentally stable. I already knew there was some. Because, I knew that there was something wrong with him since, because how he acted, when he was running for president, how he was before, is completely different. There was something different about him. There was something off. I think that they just didn't want to say, but I feel like he has, some type of, Alzheimer's, early stages of Alzheimer's or some shit like that. Or dementia or something. But there's something, off with him, though. Really, medically, with all jokes to the side, I think that there is something, medically wrong with him. But the Democrats won't want to say that because then, and the Republicans, that's kind of like them saying that the Republicans were right, and these fools would rather let their country in flames than ever admit that the Republicans are right. Because that's just the world we live in now. These fools rather burn this country to the ground than to admit that the other side is right about anything. Welcome to the politics of 2022, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, I'm always enjoying your content. I don't even know anything about the West Coast life. Oh, well, gracias. I appreciate it. Do you know Spanish? Yes, I know Spanish. Yes, I actually do speak El Español. And Pinky's voice? What Pinky? The one that you don't want to spill some of this yak on this $3,000 soup? Punk motherfucker. We're getting another check before midterms. Hey, student loan for forgiveness. Joe playing chess. Joe don't know how to play chess, my boy. It's the worst thing that could have happened after Donald Trump being president was Joe Biden being president, my boy. Because both of these men are mentally unstable to be presidents. For those who want to defend Donald Trump, that's another guy that was mentally unstable, but for different reasons. They were both mentally unstable to be president, my boy. Plain and simple. Oh, I know. They took it out of everybody, my boy. You know what I mean? It's the middle class that always gets fucked in all of this, homie. It's the middle class that's always getting fucked in all of this, homie. With all the bullshit they always, coming with. But it is what it is. What up, Shadow of Annoying Street Locals up in the house, my homie from the hood. It's real cool with Ciego from your hood. Oh, I know Ciego. Yeah, I jumped in Ciego. That's the homie right there. Luis was a chef, homie. That fool gets down. He's the lead chef at a few restaurants. That fool actually gets down in cooking. He went to school and everything. If he would behave better, he could have his own restaurant and shit like that. But homie's still a little knucklehead, so. But that's the homie right there. Yeah, I know Ciego. Out of San Diego, OJ boys, that's right. Shout out to SD. Gangs are for losers. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, my boy. No one's saying that they're not. But you gotta walk in their shoes before you actually want to criticize, my boy. I snitched. You too, my boy. Everyone snitched already. Large and in charge is a sucker. It's because he doesn't know, my boy. There's those people that like to judge without knowing. And my boy, you can't judge if you never walked in the shoes, though. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't, like if you never walked in them shoes, if you don't know what they're going through, then you can't judge the way they live. You know what I mean? Because I guarantee you, if your faith would have been handed the same cards, I mean, who's to say you wouldn't have made the same choices, my boy? A lot of battles that start with the letter V. No, there's a gang of them, my boy. A gang of them. With the letter V, there's a shitload. You'll be surprised, my boy. I'll probably do a series on it, but it'll probably take too long. There's a lot of hoods that start with V. I didn't realize how many hoods start with what until I started, breaking them down in these series things that I do, and I'm like, damn, like that many? That's gonna take me like about 8 videos. Like, fuck. For the V ones, it'll probably take like about good 8-10 videos. Easily. He got excuse. No, I think it has to do more than that. I think he does have like some kind of like Alzheimer's, maybe, or dementia, like, but early stages of it though. And he probably does take medication for it, because there's sometimes that he comes out that he's pretty sharp, you know what I mean? He's on his game, and then there's other times where he's just like lost, like he doesn't really know what the hell's going on. What's worse is that Donald Trump had those moments too, but yet I don't believe he suffers from any of that. With him, it was just honestly because he just didn't give a flying fuck. Yeah, that Pinky. Hey, they should have featured him more on Friday, huh? That shit was funny. I'm Day Day's cousin. Hey, Day Day, this your cousin? Yeah, that's my cousin. Well, you fired. And Roach, you fired too. Why you firing me for too? I had him crying on his knees. Billionaire fool. But why is he a billionaire? Is he a billionaire because he built up that company, or was that company donated to him? Wasn't that his father's riches that were left to him? So you can't say he's a billionaire. He inherited that. He didn't do that. His dad did that. And what happened? He ran most of his dad's businesses straight to the ground. And those are the facts. Those are the facts. And most of the businesses he tried to start up, like Trump University or Trump Vodka or Trump Steaks, all went bankrupt. They were unsuccessful businesses. They completely flopped. And that's the truth. The thing that's still keeping his name going and keeping him, getting revenue and stuff like that is still his dad's businesses, not his. His businesses went straight to the ground. You can't argue with that. Those are the facts. You know what I mean? People always say, well, he's a successful billionaire. No. That was his dad's empire that he left to his son. That wasn't him. And the reason why those businesses were still able to do good is because the people that were still in charge are still left in charge. When his dad passed away, those people are still in charge. Trump is just like the one that just shows up there and just like, everything's still good? Yeah, all right. And he walks out and that's it. That's pretty much what Trump does, my boy. He's that guy. He walks into the room. They tell him, they explain everything to him, what's going on. In his head, he was probably playing, like doing a fart joke, and he just a little smirk, and he says, fantastic. Well, since everything's under control, I'll be on my way now, gentlemen. And he walks out of the room, and that's it. That's why those businesses were still running good, because he had those people in charge. But now when it was his turn to open a business and leave people in charge, you see that they ran them straight into the ground because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and he doesn't know who to leave in charge because he's not willing to sit there and actually go through people's, credentials and stuff like that. All of that's just boring to him, my boy. He's not willing to do all that. He has the mentality of a 9-year-old. He's not willing to sit through any of that. You know what I mean? To him, it's boring. You know, it's like I don't want to read all this. Like, hey, that guy's funny. Put him in charge. That guy right there that told that fart joke. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Leave him in charge. That's what Donald Trump is, my boy. That's 100. That one's not gonna sit down to actually hear somebody out, my boy. He's not. Fool don't got the mental for that, homie. Fool's like, fuck that. Now I believe a lot of people make up shit about him because like I don't believe he's a racist or I don't believe that, half of the shit that people were saying. I think all of that shit was just like people talking out of their asses. But yeah, he was a dumb president too, though. No, my kids don't speak Spanish. I try to teach it to them, pero no está cabrón.
They're still learning.
They're still learning.
It's gonna take a while, but they're gonna learn.
There's two hoods in Houston called Varrio West End and Varrio. Órale. I always trip here in Vegas. You don't see V's in Barrio. Yeah, well, right here, there's barrios that use B's or V's. It just depends. Our triple OG is. And who said a reptilian? Oh, mommy. You're ignorant to a response. Okay, I'm ignorant. Thank you. Gracias. We out here having lunch. That's right, my boy. What you eating? Hops. Shut up. Big dog, long time. That's right. What's good with you, Wabbit? What's trying like it? Here too. Can't explain such things to. Yeah, maybe. Nah, to be honest with you, I think a majority of them don't even really support. I think they just come just to aggravate people. I have seen the ones that actually do really support Trump, and yeah, I'm just like, like, wow. It's crazy. It's crazy how many people are like that uneducated. It's kind of scary, to be honest with you. Large. The letter V. Oh, Vicky sounds another one that uses V. Yeah, that's true. Vicky, Vanoan, Valerio, Violin, Arovista, Vermont. Fuck, it's just never, never ending. Village Boys, villains. There's just so many. It's not even funny. I take yours. It's true. I gotta check into Zan if I go. Apple said, "Is it true? I gotta check in with Zan when you go down here." Oh, yeah, I gotta check in with nobody. Look, I have always said this, my boy. No matter where you go, you can do whatever you want in this world, my boy. You know what I mean? Now, does that mean that you'll be safe? No. Does that mean that you're in danger? No. Nobody really fucking knows. You know what I mean? Nobody really knows. So whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? Like, let's say let's say you're from Northern Cali, my boy. You come down here to go to the zoo. 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna bump into nobody. You know what I mean? Because ain't nobody gonna come at you like that because you at the zoo with your family. You know what I mean? Homies ain't gonna be running up there like that. You know what I mean? Homies ain't lurking around the LA zoo to be gangbanging. You know what I mean? So homies are cool, Now, it's different if you're like shooting a video. If you're shooting a video, you don't gotta check in. You know what I mean? You don't got to. You can do whatever you want. If you want to check in, you can check. But that doesn't mean if you're shooting a video that you're gonna be a-okay. You know what I mean? Because if you're shooting a video, you're causing more attention to yourself. Depending where you're shooting the video at, too. You know what I mean? There's a chance that potentially homies are gonna want to run up. And I'm not saying that they're gonna take off on you just because you're from Northern. The homies, depending which homies it is, some homies could not see it beneficial and be like, well, who cares? You know what I mean? Those are not the enemies that we're looking for, and they'll just take off. Or you could meet some homies that are like, well, fuck you guys too, then and just let off just for letting off. You know what I mean? Shit that happens to homies that are from down here, my boy. That that fools run up, and you guys vitals don't even beef it, but they just do it just because they're on drugs and they're just mad at the world and they just let off just to let off. Because there's been times where, like, let's say I have gone and kicked it the hood of vatos that we don't even beef it with, and them fools have taken off, even though our vatos don't beef it, but them fools just took flight just because, I don't know, like they just, is what they wanted to do, you know what I mean? And we didn't let ourselves either, but I'm just saying, like, shit like that does happen, like where your vatos don't beef it, but just because these fools felt, just because they wanted to do some shit, they just did it, you know what I mean? And it is what it is down here like that. You want a wrench? All right, hold on. You have to wait till after the live for me to give you one. I trust you with a wrench.
I mean, that's my point. It was an example.
How the fuck do I do this shit? I'll give you a wrench after the live, my boy, because I can't do it while I'm on the live. But I trust you with a wrench. Triple OG. I don't think he'll abuse his power.
Sorry, babe.
No, I think
Sorry, babe.
I honestly believe that he won't misuse his power.
No.
You don't think so, Lovebug?
No, I said sorry.
Oh, the Lovebug calls the shots here. I honestly feel like he won't abuse his power.
Okay.
I could be wrong though. Yeah, but like you don't gotta doesn't mean you gotta check in, you know what I mean? Like it's not mandatory you people check in. You do whatever the fuck you want. If I'm a loser, then why am I? Oh, fuck it. Oh, boy, you're not a loser. You know you don't gotta prove yourself to them people. Them people are just gonna say whatever the hell they want at the end. Oh, what do you mean no King Cobra? I was just had to finish this one. It's gone already though.
Yeah. Are you charging your phone?
Oh yeah, way better taste, my boy. Way better taste. Oh yeah, he puts that Budweiser to shame. Easily. Trump's just likes talking shit. Yeah, I know he does, my boy. And that fool has no friends. Have you noticed that? All you need to know about Trump's character, my boy, if you have a vato who's really cool with this person, right? Because he's always saying, oh, this guy right here. Hands down. One of lovely, lovely gentleman. Him and his family. Lovely, lovely. All I have to, very lovely family. And then the next day that there's some beef, he's like, oh, he's scum. The biggest idiot. He's such a moron. A moron, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I have to say. Seriously, that's how Trump is, my boy. Like you're his best friend, and the next day, like you're like, his enemy and shit. And people like that, my boy. That's all you need to know about their character, homie, to know about an individual. Motherfucker got no loyalty. He doesn't give a fuck about America, bro. He does not give a fuck about America. Do you follow any of the Mexican hoods related? Yeah, I watch those channels too. It's a cold game out there. He had the economy booming? Ooh! Saludos, Shadow. Compton is definitely up in the house. Whoa, whoa. Oh, Trump University. You remember Trump University? She was funny. Oh, we could get into Trump's dark secrets, man. We'll pull out all the woodwork in the closet. Look, here's one thing I'm gonna say. I don't hate Trump for the reasons that everybody else does. The reasons everybody else gives to me is nonsense. It's not even related to what we're talking about. So I don't give a damn about anything else that people say. Like when they talk about like him or whatever. Why I despise the man is I despise him as an individual, just how he treats others. Like, just like you're the president of the United States and you're over here like when he's talking about like the candidate he's running against, right? He's insulting their wife, their looks and stuff like that. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything, bro? What does that have to do with the question that they asked you? What does the guy's looks or how his wife look have anything to do with anything, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that you even go there, bro, is like you're not fit for office, homie. You know what I mean? If that's your defense, my boy, insulting the man's looks or the way his wife looks, my boy, then why are we sitting here talking? Look at all the shit that he was going with Ted Cruz, with Ricky Rubio, with Lindsey Graham. Look at all of that. When how he was insulting them and everything, and then next I'm supposed to believe that they're best of friends. Nah, that was just to back up their party. They know they don't like each other, but they just did it because they just didn't want the Democrats to win, which is even worse. You know what I mean? Now you're gonna pretend that you guys like each other, then you guys, and these are the people that I'm supposed to entrust. Like, what the fuck happened to this country, bro? Oh, what's good with you, Playboy 1300? M.O.D is full of caca. Sí, eso sí es cierto. I'm just giving my point of views, my boy. Don't let it get to you, homie. These are just my opinions, homie. Carnal. Don't think I'm spitting facts. I'm giving my personal view. Remember, I'm just another YouTuber on YouTube, my boy. I never walked. You never walked. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Propaganda, not politics. Yes, sir. I mastered. Sergeant in charge, what was your... The letter... Give a M.O.D. sending my respects. Oh, that's right, from Phoenix. That's right, AZ. Diablo up in the house. Whoa, whoa. Ever heard of M.A.D.? No, well, M.A.D. didn't. It was they were tag bangers. They got into the Hollywood Boys and 18. Yeah, but I knew some of them. Mobbing and dumping. Yeah, I knew them guys. Yeah, but they were on their way to like becoming a hood, but then they ended up just getting into established hoods. But they were tag bangers. But yeah, they were with the business. I knew a lot of them guys. I knew Hypnotic, I knew Joker, I knew Temper, I knew Mix. I knew a lot of them cats. And they were really with the business, man. They were really down for their shit. I ain't gonna lie. Them fools were down. Klepto too. Yeah, there was several of them guys. Uh, 16-hour, damn, 16-hour shift. Fuck. Homie getting his paper though. What up? At least you change the color of your. No, you're dreaming, my boy. This shirt is. Let me go put on the black one really quick. When I'm at work, I gotta have the uniform, and I don't get sent home. So there's been times that I had gone to work because I forgot my work shirt and try to pay it off, and they were like, nah, you're going home. Yes, my boy, we're scared up by ourselves, and everything you say, yes. You're 100% true. Everything you say is the truth, and I agree. There. Is that what you wanted? Because you're not going to aggravate me if that's what you're looking at, and especially not in that way. That already lets me know that that's what you're here to do, to aggravate me, and that's not going to happen. Say more than lifestyle died in there. Well, I wouldn't say that it doesn't exist no more, but it definitely slowed down. There's definitely not as many as there was before. I hear that active stories die. Yeah, active war stories. Yeah, he seems like he's a solid dude. You know what I mean? I like his mental. I like his overall style. I respect his get down, whether north or wherever side they're coming from. If a homie carries himself in such manners, all you could do is but to give respects. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, no matter what side they're coming from, I mean, we all have the same similar code that we're bounded to. You know what I mean? So I can't hate an individual for that. Because when motherfuckers be like, that fool's full of shit or he's fake, like, my boy, everything he's saying is what you live by, what you talking about. Because I said, I don't care if you're going to dislike, you better check in with me. I don't know, my boy. Maybe that's how he feels. I don't know. Everybody could in this world, people could only speak for themselves. They could only give their opinions and their views. Um, so an individual could only speak for himself. So if that's how he feels, that's how he feels. Okay. All I know is every time I go anywhere, I ain't checking in with nobody. Okay, it's just this. Well, see, that's where you're wrong though, because not every gang member is in it for the drugs and stuff like that. People are in it for different reasons. Not everybody out is in it for the slanging or for it. Individuals are in the life for different reasons, my boy. So to assume that an individual's in it, for the money or the drugs, or to become a drug lord, or even to become like a mobster, that's not why individuals are in it. Individuals are in it for different reasons. There's some people to them, all that shit is unappealing to them. It's not why they do what they do. That's the thing though. There's individuals that are in it for different reasons. So to assume that all of them are in it for this or for that, when that's not the case. Well, no, I know, right there's always hot though. Yeah, by the Lorena area, yeah, that shit's always hot right there. Let me get a ranch shadow. Yeah, Simon. I'll definitely hook you over one too. 2-5 gang just today. Está bien, carnal. Lo que tú digas. What up with the ranch? All you vatos need to do is start banging the real hood. Fatherhood is it? Wait, that's a hood? I thought that was just called being a father. And why would you want to associate being a father with being a gang member? Those are two different things. Like, why would you want to bring such a shame to being a father? Very disappointed at that comment, my boy. Very disappointed. King Cobra, that's right. Oh, it's Mando. We gotta have that Cobra. It did. I'm not gonna lie. That drink tasted a lot better than that Budweiser. Get on the hyper. What up, Shadow? Much love. That's right. Shout out to Incredible Javier. What's up, Javier? The more stories. Tacos de lengua? Oh. Trump, yes. Trump sí se traga unos 20 de esos. Trump is pura lengua. See, I like Trump. Trump is funny because he always just gives the people what they want to hear. Like, we're gonna build that wall. We're definitely, because he knows that that's what they want to hear, because they've been chanting it for like the past 3 hours. He tells them that, they riled up. He gets their votes that way, and he never builds the wall, because that was never his intentions. He just said that for all them to shut the fuck up and to get their votes. Plain and simple. And he knows that. See, hey, hay unos güeyes que para hacer pinches tranzas, güey, para eso sí tienen cerebro los güeyes. That's for damn sure. Oh yeah, the Mickeys are way better, but they're expensive right now, my boy. For the price of one Mickey, I could get 3 King Cobras, homie. Can you believe it? Nah, I didn't like the matches that they had lined up. I thought they were whack. Run for president, yo. Nah, hell no, I wouldn't want to run for president. Now with all these fucking politics, I would have to go through all these politicians like our Senate. Our Senate is full of, nothing but fucking idiots. I'll be giving them stone cold stunners right there. Rock bottoms and everything. People's elbow. Damn, imagine rolling up to your enemies for and doing the people elbow on them in their barrio. That should be crazy, huh? You'll be the only one that could say that. Like, got that fool slipping, fool. What you do, man? I get that fool a rock bottom, fool, and then right there in the middle of the street, I did the people's elbow. Nobody will be able to top that, huh? Like, that's nothing, fool. I one time caught one of my enemies slipping, fool. What'd you do? I did the people's elbow on that fool, like the people's elbow, yeah, in the middle of his street, in his hood. My boy, nobody will be able to top that story, dog. To be able to say that you did the people's elbow on your enemy in their hood, my boy, that would be legendary. Can you imagine the respect that you'll get? Off the chain, my boy. Off the chain. You'll definitely go into the Gangster Hall of Fame for that. Yep. You definitely will get into the Gangster Hall of Fame. You'll be right up there with Al Capone, you know, Young Gotti, all them vatos. Scarface. Miklo. You'll be right next to like Miklo and like Al Pacino. Like in the middle, for sure. For sure. You won't be no Al Capone, but you will definitely be in the middle like Miklo and Al Pacino and Frog from the 2-1 Street. I can definitely see you up there. Definitely. For sure, that's for sure. Yeah, that's right. Eastside San Jose definitely up in the casa. Woo woo. Shout out to the whole Tamale gangsters out there. Woo woo. No respects in Washington? Why not, my boy? Shout out to Washington. What's up to all the big bad SS neighborhoods? 3 to 3 to the 336 West Coast, East Coast. That's right. Woo woo. Shout out to everybody. What's up, Shadow? You doing a live before you head to work? Nah, I'm actually off today, my boy. I'm on vacation for like another 8 days. We're trying to enjoy ourselves. Did you ever get along with 18th Street? A couple of them live on that friend. Yeah, we used to get along with them when our hood first started. We used to get along with them. We were actually pretty cool. You know what I mean? We had a good relationship, and then as times went, you know, stuff got rocky, and you know what I mean, and then incidents lead up to other incidents, and et cetera, and you know, then you know, beefs happen. But see, right there where our hood's at, that used to be their hood, because obviously they started before us, so that was their hood. That was their hood before it was our hood. You know what I mean? But you know, the homies were younger and fresher. You know, these guys were older, and some of their homies were locked up, or yeah, gotten smoked, or had jobs. You know, while these guys were young and fresh, so they were always there. So you know, it got the better of them. So you know, they had to relocate. You know what I mean? Not to insult them. I'm not trying to talk bad on them, but that's exactly what happened, though. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, they came and they did work, homie. They put it down, you know what I mean? They're no bitches or nothing like that. They're with the business, you know. They have done that damage to the hood. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna come in and act like if we got the better of them or something. Like, nah, them fools have done damage to the hood. You know what I mean? Like, there's been back and forth. You know what I mean? Like, but there's enemies that I give props to that like when they hit up around the hood, that we know to be on our toes, because we know these vatos ain't coming to play. Compared to there's other enemies that right there we're like, is these fools, like, you know, like that's how we see it. But they're one of the hoods that's like, if they hit up around there, we're like, all right, we know to be on our toes, because we know that they're not coming to say hello. They're coming to do shit, you know what I mean? And that, you know, and they're one of the hoods that I give that to, you know what I mean? I give it to them. No Hollywood Boys, Clanton, Marros like that, because I know when they're around, my boy, I know that they're coming, you know. They coming, and they coming good, you know what I'm saying? Or the Procurement Project Boys, like hoods like that, you know. It's like, orale, you know that these motherfuckers are coming not to play. Compared to there's other of our enemies that when they hit up around, it's like, you know, no disrespect, but it's true. It's just like, it's these fools. You know, but that's why, like, you know, you see a lot of them, they live around like where we stay at and shit like that. because that was their hood before it was ours, Yeah, but they did real things on me. I ain't gonna lie. Like I already knew that the infos were around. It was gonna be on and cracking. Saludos M.O.D. Oh, that's right. West Coast Graffiti is definitely in the house. Woo, go support the homie West Coast Graffiti right there. A pistol sound fire after 6. Working for potato sack. What do you think about Bozo and Mr. D? I'm talking about it tonight. And I think that they're really both good artists. I think that they both have really good skills when it comes to rapping. Bozo definitely has talent in rapping. Mr. D, I think, is phenomenal lyrically wise. I think a lot of people what they find wrong with Mr. D is that he needs to find his own style, and I could see where they're coming from because he does try to sound a lot like Tupac because he loves Tupac's music. Because I have always said this: no matter who you are out there, no matter what rapper you are, you took your style from somebody. I'm not gonna say that your style is exactly like the person you took it from, but you took inspiration, right? Like mine's. I want to say that I built my style off of Ice Cube and Crooked Eye. It's like if I grab both of their styles and I mashed them together to create my style, in delivery and in pacing, is how I do it. And individuals are like that, they take inspiration from their favorite artists and to create their own styles. I think Mr. D hasn't found his style yet. That's why I think a lot of his songs do sound like Tupac-ish, because he's still finding himself. You know what I mean? But the fact that he's still able to deliver and still able to even build up his stilo just like that, once he finds himself, my boy he's gonna take off, homie. You know what I mean? Because he has love and passion for the music, enough to even record, similar, style like Tupac. Not just anybody could do that shit. Even that takes skills. So I think once he finds himself, he's gonna be chingon. He's still learning though. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't have that long, and he's still young. You know what I'm saying? And Bozo, definitely has skills. I know a lot of people dislike him because of his personality, but you can't knock on the fool for like that, for him speaking his mind and how he feels. At least he's telling you what it is, though. And even though you don't gotta agree, I'm not saying you gotta agree with what he's saying, because I don't agree with everything he says. But I'm saying at least he's telling you what it is, though, how he feels. At least he's not trying to bullshit you. You know what I mean? At least he's not trying to like play you for a fool. He's just telling you what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't gotta like it, but at least he's being straightforward. About how he sees things. And I respect that. You know what I mean? Now, when it comes to let's say like internet beats or music beats and all that, that's all irrelevant to me. Like I don't even understand why they do it, but you know what I mean. But as in like musically wise, I think that they both are musically talented. Now, some people may view it differently just because there's some music that's not for everybody. While you may think it sucks, other people think that it's phenomenal. And while those people may think it's phenomenal, you think it sucks. And that's just the way it is. Think of it like this: not everybody thinks that every Tupac song was chingon, or let's say you may like the "Shorty Wanna Be a Thug" or California Love, but there's some people that think that song sucks. It's just that we all have different tastes in music. So while you may think that this rola's chingon, other people may think it sucks. That's just how it is when it comes to rap. Because there's some rolas that I hear that people were saying that shit was off the hook, it's banging, and then I heard it and I'm like, man, this shit's whack as fuck. Because some songs you could relate to, right? Like whatever that song is talking about, you could relate to that. You know what I mean? Like maybe you have similar memories, or maybe when you heard that song, you were going through some tough times and you can relate to it. You know what I mean? So that's what you like about that rola. So that's why you may, tell somebody, hey, you gotta hear this jam, man, it's the best song ever, and woo woo. And then they hear it and they don't really feel it. It's because they don't have that same bond that you have with that song. So that's why to you it may be the best rola ever, but to them they might not like it because of the memory that's there. You know what I mean? And that's why I think music is a beautiful thing, because everybody has different experiences with different songs and shit like that. You know what I mean? Dope Minister? I know Dope Minister. Don't let them get. What's this? Oh, I know you puffing it up. Then you know what sounds good. That Miller. No. Oh yeah, those just do hit. Why you look so sad? I look sad. How about that? What am I? Oh, what's good with you, Geese? What's crying like? Whatever happened to those vatos who went to Syria? Did they pass? No, one of them did. The homie Wino from AP, he passed away. But the homie Creeper is still alive. I'm hoping to interview him. Much respect, Shadow. That's right. Likewise too, my boy. Shadow has a wire under that shirt. I got paperwork on you. Calmate, Whack 100. That they saying you got a wire under that shirt. I do. He's just saying that because he wants to see my chest. No, I already told you I refuse to send you a nude picture of myself, bro. God damn it. That fool said I'll check into a fool from Jarden. Oh, my miss. Yeah, Simone, I'll give you guys ranches, my boy. You guys just have to wait till the lights are. I don't know how to do it when I'm on this shit. Like I said, I really suck at that. Vatos be big and bad gangsters, but can't take care of their kids. Come on, Shadow, you know this. You know what, Jeffrey? To be honest with you, I can't say that, my boy, because all the homeboys that I know that have kids, they take care of their kids, homie. I swear to God. Look, you know me, my boy. I never gotta lie right here, homie, on my channel. There's no reason for me to lie to try to make homies look good. Nah. I'm not gonna do all of that. I ain't gonna do all of that, bro. But a lot of homies that I know that have kids, my boy, they take care of their kids, homie. That's real talk, fool. I know you may not like it. You may not like it. What I'm saying, but I can't lie, homie. So I can't agree with what you're saying because that would be a lie. Because I know homies take care of their kids, homie. I physically see, homie, that they take care of their kids. I don't know where that lie comes from. Honestly, that's like as the greatest lie. Like when it comes to homies live with their moms. You know what I mean? When I know that that's not true either. You know what I mean? See, people say shit like that because they want to discredit these people. They want these people to look as bad as they possibly could. That's why they say it. You know what I mean? That's why it's said. But I have always said this. But you making up shit, my boy, is not gonna fix the problem. You know what I mean? Because I know all of that shit is lies, homie. You know what I mean? Is it a bad lifestyle? Fuck yeah. Do you get nothing out of it? 100 you get nothing out of it. But at the same time, to be saying that they live with their moms or they don't take care of the kids, my boy, those are lies, homie. It is never good to lie, carnal. You know what I mean? All of this shit, other shit is true. 100. There's no doubt in my mind about it. But this other shit, I know it's a fucking lie, homie. You know what I mean? And that's where the problems come in, you know? That people tell these individuals this, and that to these youngsters. But when these youngsters go kicking with these fools, they see what I see, the complete opposite that these people are saying. Like, these fools are saying you live with their moms, and when I could see that they're not, they say they don't take care of business. When I see that they are, you see what I mean? So now the kid thinks that you fools are lying. That's why I say it's never good to do that. It's good to tell it how it is, you know what I mean? It's not that you're trying to give these fools credit. You're not giving them credit. You're just speaking, you know, for what it is. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to get shit out of this, and you are going to get, you know, killed or any of this, and that. You know what I mean? See, people could say it's lies. They're not going to want to believe it. I already know. That's why I say on my channel, I never come to convince these individuals. Because I already know they're not going to want to accept the truth. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's no reason for me to come and lie. You know, I can only tell it for what it is. You know what I mean? You know, a majority of deadbeat daddies don't even gangbang, my boy. That's 100. But see, individuals aren't going to want to accept the truth, though. They'll be like, nah, he's lying. Like, bro, there's no reason for me to try to defend the fucking reputation of somebody I don't even fucking know, no. Oh yeah, the Warriors definitely gotta win. Colonia Chicas is definitely up in the house. Whoa. Shadow. Was there an Armenian from Radford named Yogi? No, Yogi. There's two homies from the hood that are named Yogi, but none of them were Armenian though. We have Armenians from our hood, Conejo, He's Armenian. The homie Whitey, he's Armenian. We have a few Armenians that are from the hood, but Yogi was Rasa. Both Yogis were Rasa. He looks Armenian though, if that's what you're talking about. There's Big Yogi. He's like 6'3" or 6'4". If that's what you're talking about, he's like 6'3", 6'4". He should be like 25 right now, 25, 26. And then we have older Yogi who's smaller. Obviously, he's like about like 5'11", and he should be like 43, 42. But those are the only Yogis that are from the hood. So if there's any of those, but both of them are Mexican though. I remember when we jumped at big ass Yogi, and that shit was a mission. It was a big ass motherfucker. Cause he was like 6'4", and he was like 250, my boy. He was a fucking bear, dog. His fucking hands, I remember when we measured his hands were huge compared to mine. Like, damn, no mames, pinche vato. Was not playing. He's on my. I have a few pictures with him. Well, with both of them right here on my channel. If you to look at them up. I have pictures with both Yogis. This is funny. Put them on your shoulders. Woo! Oh, the Ric Flair chop on that fool. And that would just fast forward on his face. Now, you know whose chops look like that fool wasn't playing around? Chris Benoit, fool. When he looked like he gave a vato a chop, that shit was 100% real, homie. Like, that fool was trying to hit you as hard as he could. Like, hijo su puta madre. And fools be leaving them fool's knuckles on their chest. Like, damn. I wouldn't be able to be cool with that. Like, some fool hit me like that really hard, I'll fucking knee him in his nuts. Whisper in his ear, like, yeah, try that again, motherfucker. Try it again. Nah, you know the worst one to get? I don't know. If they paid you guys $300, my boy, 300 cash money right there, 300. But you had to take the big shows, big ass, you know, when he smacks them on their chest. Would you take it from the big show for 300? I wouldn't, dog. To be honest with you, I ain't gonna take that big ass. Nah, hell nah. I'm gonna have to grab the Glock, and we're gonna have to handle business after, cause. Fuck that. For 300 bucks, I don't know. Have you seen the Big Show's hand, my boy? That motherfucker's hands are huge, fool. I think when they compared them next to Shaq's, I think the Big Show's hand was bigger than Shaq's, fool. So, fuck that. Like, as hard as he could, fool, just smack you right in the chest, fool. For 300, will you take it? I wouldn't. And they tell you right here, 300 on the spot. Cash moolah. You gotta take that big ass chop though. Fuck that. Will make you shit yourself before that shit even makes contact, huh? Like you just you let it rip. Or you faint halfway? That shit's no joke. Especially the sound of that shit makes you just like I would probably have to say the camel clutch is probably like the best old school move. Cause the leg drive was like, everyone does the leg drive. But the camel clutch, that shit looks like it legitly hurts. Ooh, like, you have to tap out really quick. Or the mandible claw. I don't know about you, fool. I would give up before that fool sticks his fingers in my mouth, homie. Or when he takes Mr. Sacco out of his crotch, fool. Fuck that. I would throw in the towel right there, homie. I'll be like, that's it, ya estuvo. Heard some 18 Streeters jumped you big time. Oh yeah, no, yeah, 18 Streets they have done numbers on me, my boy. Yeah, my boy. I ain't gonna lie, them vatos have done real damage on me. I ain't gonna take nothing from them, homie. You know what I mean? There's a reason why I hated them as much as I hated them. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, them fools have. I'm telling you, I give them the I'm not a hater. I give them the respect for a reason. You know what I mean? Like we used to go at it back and forth really good. You know, I'm not gonna say we used to get the best of them, and I'm not gonna say they used to get the best of us. I mean that there was battles, my boy. There was battles. Like there was times in one day, my boy, we used to go back and forth maybe like 6 times in one day, my boy. The Hudas never showed up. Yeah, man, that was real. I could honestly say I know a handful of them fools from their hood that I could honestly say them battles ain't rankers, them fools ain't snitches, them battles, you know, and I know they could say the same for us, homie. You know what I mean? You know, you give somebody that amount of respect, homie, in the field when shit's done. You know, like I know regular people won't understand what the hell I'm talking about, but those who come from this world understand what I mean. You know, like when you go at it with these fools and you know that you know they don't like. There's certain hoods, my boy. You could go and hit them, my boy. And you know that they're coming for the payback like that fool. Like in 20 minutes, my boy, they gonna hit you right back, homie. You know, there's certain hoods that are like that, homie. There's certain hoods you could hit them and they won't come back till like ooh, like 3 weeks later or some shit like that. But there's certain hoods you hit them, my boy, they gonna be right back like like 20 minutes later. Like they gonna come like because you already know that. Like these fools are like whoa, no one starts celebrating because you know they finna come real quick. Craziest name you ever heard of? Dildos. Dildos, sewer, vomit. What name have I heard of? Zapatos, feo, greñudo. Man, there's been so many. I heard of a shit. No lie, I heard of some vato called shit. SHIT shit. Uh, no lie, fool. There's fucking names out there that I'm just like damn, my boy. What you say they call you? Fucking me. Toothpicks. Bro, you'll be surprised. Do you know any Armenian dudes that bang? Yeah, I know a lot of Armenian dudes that bang. I got a homie named Cujo. Oh yeah, Cujo. I have heard of several Cujos though. And there's just like tagger names too that are weird. What's the largest gang in North Hollywood right now? Cause I know many PN members that got locked up. Was deep. Nah, PN was never deep, my boy. PN was only like about 8 members max. You know what I mean? PN was only like 8 members max. The deepest gang in North Hollywood was always Clanton and No Hollywood Locals. As hard as many people may seem to find, that the No Hollywood Locals are that deep, they're that deep, my boy. They're old, they're that deep. You know what I mean? And Clanton was always a large gang as well. You know what I mean? Clanton has always had a deep presence right there in North Hollywood. Deep, but those are probably two of the more larger ones. And they have always been large. And well, you could consider the Hollywood Boys because how they roll with Clanton, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's almost the same thing. So because it's like combining both of their neighborhoods together. So I don't know if you would want to put them hand in hand because you could. But I'm telling you, the locals are that deep. The Hollywood locals are that deep. People don't give them that much credit, but them fools are that deep. Pino snitch. I don't know who Pino is, my boy. I know that day that I uploaded the thing, I know people were telling me, but like I wasn't curious to go check him out or anything. To be honest with you guys, like somebody was telling me who he was, but I was just like, I think it was Farmero, but it just didn't pique my curiosity to go see who he was. I was just like, all right. Telling you, I don't really watch prison channels or stuff like that. It doesn't interest me. You said Radford was formed by two crews, so it would have a spot in a crew to modern playlist. Yeah, well, it was the Nike boys and the Simpsons boys coming together is what formed my neighborhood. So, but they weren't like tagging crews. They were like just like I guess a name for their bunch of homies that they had. You know what I mean? It was them two coming together that formed my neighborhood. Even earthquake, the rest of it was another big scary one. Oh, I know him and was it typhoon and earthquake? No, I got love, brothers. Yeah, I know there's a lot of down as brothers out there. Even Ultimate Warrior, earthquake had a good one. Yeah, that is true. Ultimate Warrior though, I feel like you know who Ultimate Warrior was? I felt like he was Goldberg of his era. You know how Goldberg would just run into the ring, his matches only lasted like maybe like 3 minutes long, and that's it. They would just come, clean house, and that's it. I felt like Ultimate Warrior and Goldberg had the same similar styles, or like a Brock Lesnar, because their matches really don't last that long. Like they go, they cause this madre and destruction, and they win. That's it. Like they show up, they clean house, and bam, that's it. It's game over. Like there's not really much to dissect in their matches. Like they just come and they just plow. That's so true. What you said about the gang that became oh yeah. You heard of fool called losers from his hood. Loser? I heard of a loser before. Yeah, I heard of a loser. That shout out to Kansas City, my boy. That's right. Shout out to Kansas City. The Hollywood boys. Yeah, they had the Hollywood boys handle their thing. STP riders for Yeah, STP. I remember STP. Street players, street posse. Who are you guys talking about? Oh, just a little bit of everybody. Nah, because they asked who was the deepest neighborhood in North Hollywood. And I was just giving like examples of like certain hoods that are, deep. Robert Reed. Oh, shout out to the homie Grande from my varrio. He's definitely in the live. What's good with you, my boy? What's good, carnal? Oh, yeah, hey. People, Playboy's 1300s rollers. That foot gets down. And we're definitely going to drop a roller together, I'm telling you. As a homie right there, his music's chingon. Playboy definitely got the fire. What's up, Shadow? Much love from Notorious side. That's right. Shout out to the Notorious NTS out that Bell Gardens. You already know what's cracking. Another solid homies. Nah, but yeah, I'm telling you, North Hollywood definitely cracks, man. It's just everywhere it cracks. You know what I mean? That's why I give Gil his. You know what I mean? Even though people may not like him and say whatever they want, I could honestly tell you that fool was about his business. You know what I mean? And this is before the internet and before any of that. You know what I mean? That fool will handle his business. Many people may not like him because they see him, he's an older guy already. They see this older man just talking and getting shit together. But in his times, my boy, that fool he was a name you would hear about. He was a name that we were aware of. You know what I mean? And that's 100. Like I said, there are enemies. There's no reason why I gotta give him credit. You know what I mean? I don't gotta give him fucking credit for nothing, my boy. I could only speak the facts. So people may think he's a fake gangster or some kind of no. That fool is as real as they get, homie. That fool is no studio gangster. And that's 100. That's what I mean. Sometimes people just get whatever they get off the internet and they want to label it as facts. Like you don't know what you're talking about, bro. Like our neighborhoods don't get along, and I could tell you that fool was doing shit. You know what I mean? That fool was about his business. Like I said, there's no reason for me to front it. But people like to just invent stuff just because I don't know, maybe they don't like what he said or just how he looks. That has nothing to do with nothing, bro. Nothing at all. You know what I mean? People could feel how they want to feel. Don't change the facts. Facts are facts. You know? Can't judge a book by its cover. I'm saying. Well, we gonna be out. We already been on here long enough. Hey, gracias for you guys tuning in, and we outskis.